Yeah, no. It's no problem. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying. Okay, have a good day. Yeah, so I guess because of some case in the 90s, recorded phone calls are not illegal in Serafina Town. Oh, that's a shame. Even FaceTime? Because I know your call with Joey was on FaceTime. Yeah, and FaceTime too, but I don't feel bad about it. I actually feel good about it because now every time, whenever he calls Junior to speak to Junior, I'm just going to record the call so he can incriminate himself. Well, you know what? You should welcome those calls to his son because knowing him, he will incriminate himself and he will say something to get him in trouble. Maybe even lose the stupid visitation rights. If he does, he does. I'm not too concerned with it. Me and Brian are happy right now, so that's what I'm focusing on. I don't want to sit around thinking about my ex-husband all the time. Nor do I want to sit around scheming and planning the way he does.
Oh, seriously? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, me and Charlie were talking about our medical history and just, you know, the times we were in the hospital and stuff, and came across the subject of blood type, and him and Junior have the same blood type, in addition to the same hair color.
So Charlie has an O-negative blood type. That means Junior has an O-negative blood type. That's interesting. I don't even think I know my own blood type.
Charlie is O-negative, and I remember when I was in the hospital with Miranda, when Junior like had a health scare, you know, I remember it being O-negative, so they have the same one.
Can I just ask why you're telling me this though? Because I know you were opposed to the whole paternity test thing, and this is also your brother, and this would change, you know, Junior being your nephew. Just curious as to why you changed your mind.
I was obviously against it at first, but I don't want it to be one of those things where our life is so good in the future, but there is still that in the back of my head. So that's why I'm just more open to it. And the more I think about it, and the more I think about Miranda's life and how easier it would be if Joey wasn't in the picture anymore.
Alright, well, it's all good information, and it gives you enough reason to question it, but
what's wrong? I feel like you've changed your stance.
As much as I'd want to move forward, and as much as I appreciate you telling me all this, I want to respect what Miranda said about not moving forward with the paternity test stuff, and I want to respect her wishes and not cause problems, not cause drama. And I don't want to disappoint you, but that's where I stand. I didn't think you would be on board, so.
I know all that, but I also know you and Miranda argue a lot, and most of your problems today stem from her ex-husband, and, you know, I feel like I owe Miranda a lot. So if I could rid her of my brother, I don't know.
All valid reasons. And believe me, I've thought about all this stuff too. But again, I want to respect Miranda's wishes, and I want her to have a good holiday season. I just don't want us to have problems. We've been getting along, we've been happy, and that's where I want it to stay.
I just worry because I don't know if it's true, but you know what that family court agent said about them considering putting him before a judge for the weekend custody stuff. But again, I don't know how true it is because that man was fired. He could have just been talking out the ass. No one has anything in writing. Nothing's been, you know, clarified, but just surprised you don't want to hop on this more.
I honestly don't think it's going to happen with the way things are going with the custody stuff. And look, I'm remaining Miranda's pillar. I'm just there to support her. I'm really trying to take a step back and not micromanage her as her baby's father or boyfriend.
I get that, but...
I mean to cut you off, but I also think in terms of her mental health, she needs to talk to someone, and the last thing she needs right now is a paternity test scandal or more drama, you know? I want her to enjoy her time with Charlotte and Junior while she's home. So, I don't know. I just want the peace right now. When I think about it, 4 hours out of the month for those supervised visits, they don't have to be like pulling teeth. Yeah, he calls every now and then, but I think we can survive this.
Okay, I'll leave it at that. I won't push. Believe me, I'd rather have a happy life with Charlie, but just remember, Same hair color as Junior. Same blood type.
You have the same face from when you were a kid. I just can't believe that I'm finally seeing you as a kid for the first time after all this time we were together. So this is you at Disney. My only, and please don't take this as an insult, why are you as red as a fruit punch Gatorade?
Well, I don't know if you've ever been to Disney in the summertime, but that's when my mom always insisted on us going. Every July. Well, not every July, but you know, whenever we would go, it would be July. Sunscreen was no match.
Well, even though you look like a tomato, and again, don't take offense to that, but you're still adorable. And it's nice to see you as a kid, happy before all the drama of your life.
Well, it's nice to like smile and not worry, and it's nice to laugh about something for once.
You know what I realize when it comes to us? Whenever we have a problem, we harp on it, we make it into a big deal, and we spend too much time worrying. I think you and me both work best when we just focus on each other, but more importantly, let things go. You know, if your husband does ex-husband, if your ex-husband does something annoying or borderline illegal, if it doesn't really harm us, we have to just not care, you know?
I know it's stupid to think about it all the time, but I always just think about taking Junior and Charlotte to Disney.
Well, hold on. You would take a baby under 1 to Disney? Does that kill the fun? You have to give her a bottle every 4 hours?
Well, my mom did it by herself with just the help of our grandma when she was alive, and Gina was 10 months old, so we have pictures and they look happy and stress-free.
Alright, I mean, I'm down. Why don't we do that?
I didn't want to be the Debbie Downer and say it, but obviously we can't take Junior out of state, so Disney's out of the picture for I don't know how long.
You know the perspective I have? You feel like it's your custody agreement because you're living through it right now. But when Junior gets older and realizes that the custody agreement was there because of him, he's gonna feel like you couldn't do things and go on vacation because of him. You get what I'm saying? So, it's not like you're not allowed to take him out of state. You just need to get permission first. Or not even permission, but you have to let people know. That's the mistake we made last time.
Yeah, I hope he just doesn't grow up to fixate on how his mom and stepdad had to tell family court that we were going to Disney because of him, you know?
No. See, you have this negative perspective. That's what we need to change. I think he would just be happy to have pictures at Disney. Things to look back on, like, you know, me looking at you when you were a kid.
I always thought having a custody agreement in writing would make things so much easier, but there's still those inconveniences that, I don't know, change life.
Yeah, well, if you take enough happy pictures and you make enough memories to where that's what you remember, these stupid custody agreement inconveniences won't even matter. Look back at the photos and see how happy we are despite everything. Or do you want him to ask, hey, where were the photos? Oh, you couldn't leave and go on vacation because of me. Pick your poison. Well, one of them's not poison, but you know what I mean.
You know, I was giving it some thought the other day while I was reading the newspaper near the chimney. I'd want custody. You know, the whole Junior thing. I'm sorry, what? The whole me being possibly Junior's father and this and that. Like, I was just thinking about it, and I went to look at Miranda's Facebook, and I creeped Junior for the first time, and he's a cute kid. He reminds me of me. Now, I'm not saying I want to run out and take a paternity test. I'm not even saying that I want to be the dad. I never said that. Well, all I'm saying is if I was the dad, I wouldn't want to be a hands-off scumbag. I'd want to be in his life. I'm not talking full custody or anything like that, but I'd want to be there. What about everything that we've spoken about, like our life together and how having a kid, even if it wasn't mine, or how it would affect us. I love our life. I really do. It brings me a satisfaction that I haven't gotten since playing Pac-Man for the first time. I don't want to ruin any of what we have. I'm just saying, if I was ever legally required or had a weapon to my head, and had to take a paternity test and wound up being his dad, I'm just saying, I'd want to be there. More than be there. Alright, well, I don't mean to disappoint in any way, but I don't think Miranda, Brian, Joey, no one really wants to take a paternity test at this point. And like I said, I'm not running out to be Papa. I'm not dreaming of it. But I think about it from time to time, and with how much money I have, having a kid running around this house, it wouldn't be hard. I'm well off. You know, it wouldn't be difficult to have a little one roaming the premises. I think there might be a misconception there. If you want to be in the kid's life, be a good parent, it's always going to be hard. I mean, money can buy you a nanny, but I don't think any amount of money can take away the difficulty that comes with parenting. Yeah, of course, parenting's hard at times, and I don't ever want you to feel pressured into having a baby with me. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying we're more fortunate than most people if push ever came to shove. You don't want a baby, right? Because I still plan on finishing school and, you know, having a career and not getting big. Of course not, silly. We've had that conversation more than we've needed to. We are on the same page. No babies, no paternity tests. But if it came to that, I'd be more than happy to take that little red-headed kid out to the baseball field and play some wiffle ball. That's all I'm saying. Okay?